my God. So, guys, so look at my cabbage. I don't know if I need to, the cabbage look like it needs to be taken out. The cabbage is saying, I need you to put me in a different room. And that is coming soon. Look at this. Yeah, my cabbage is really taking off. Really good. I probably want to kind of make, yeah, I don't want it to fall. Okay, my cabbage over here, this is a Japanese cabbage, so it's not one of those regular cabbage. It's like a Japanese cabbage, and it's gonna come up into like a cuppy. So this cabbage is a little bit different. I went yesterday and got some rosemary because my rosemary, after 3 years, I don't know what's going on. It looked like some little disease is going on it from when I moved, but it's not contaminated. So guys, if you notice, my garden is doing absolutely phenomenal. It's time for me to actually try to get some of these outside. It's actually time for me to also remove the greenhouse, but I'm not going to remove the greenhouse because the weather in Washington DC, I am in grow zone 7B in Maryland, between Maryland and Washington DC zone, and it's a little bit chilly over here, so I'm not going to do anything whatsoever until the weather drops. So my blackberry over here, if you notice in the greenhouse, it's been stabilizing the greenhouse all year, and look at it now, it just kind of raised itself back up, and I'm liking what I'm looking at. Also, stuff like my lemon thyme came back up. My longevity spinach, which I need to actually get it out this container right here because I believe that it's time for it to remove itself. It's been healthy down here, and it's time. This is actually just in this, and I'm gonna take it out today and repot it. I just need to get more perlite, so I actually grow this in just perlite, and that was awesome. And then I have the sage right here. Oh my God, this is beautiful. So it was a couple days ago, we were looking at the mullein, and the mullein have a lot of rose that is coming up on there. That's gonna be great because that's a great tea to actually drink. So it's having the rose and it's getting the seeds together, and that's awesome. And then we have down here at the mullein plant, we have some new mullein. What I do when I normally pick this, I will dry it out and I'll make it in soaps. So this is the mullein plant right here from last year when I was in my apartment, and now I'm in a townhouse, and I'm picking those off so I can actually utilize these. When I pick them off, I use them. I also drink mullein tea. So if you ever know about mullein tea is a great tea. This right here want me to go ahead and break it off, but I'm not going to break it off as yet because you see the new mullein plant around it. There's a new mullein plant that's circulating around it, and it's saying, hey, I no longer need to be down the bottom, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of clean up under here. By the way, I didn't say my name. My name is Nicole, and this is Ubiquitous Garden Raw Juice Soapery by Suds and Skin Naturals. So right here, wow, this is awesome, guys. Look at the quality of the celery. The celery is growing great. This is a celery root. You can always go inside the grocery store and get celery roots, and then what I did was propagate this from just a regular celery. So I'm gonna have a lot of celery over here because I'm a celery person. I love drinking celery. We have the scallion over there. In Jamaica, we call it scallion. You guys probably call it something like green onion. We have strawberry from last year over there popping up right there, which is a good thing. Bitter melon over here. I don't know if this bitter melon is going to go too far, but it seems like it's trying to fight its way in right there. And the peppermint, we have peppermint that's in the middle, the center right there. There go the peppermint. And then we have mojito mint and spearmint in the surrounding of it. We have caramadam, which is right here. It's a spice, which is really good, and then following by the lemon balm, which is right there. I noticed I'm looking at that's butternut squash right there, along with some seedlings that I started from seed. And this right here is bok choy, and this is the purple bok choy. And beside the purple bok choy, I haven't started yet, but this right here, guys, is fig. So I'm gonna get that started. I have the pots for it, and I think the fig is taking up some space that it shouldn't be taking up. Okay, fig, allow this to breathe. Thank you. So we have the fig right here, and alongside the figs we have some tomatoes. We got some kale, some bok choy. I don't know what's going on with this bok choy, but it's time for me to get it in the water so it can start planting. We also have some more seedlings around here, but some of them is not starting yet, and that's probably because the temperature is not where it needs to be. We have the some people call it wormwood. It's called Anisis from Africa, and that's a lot right there. Okay, and then we also have I think this is burdock, if I can remember. The spinach is awesome over there, along with some bean that I actually was doing some microgreens, and I didn't like the bean, so the bean is over there, and it's time for me to actually get the trellis so the bean can be properly placed. Also, it's time for me to actually move the greenhouse over into the corner because that's where it's going to be. So these spinach look very healthy and look like it's ready to be cut and eaten before it goes any further. Let's focus on the cassava. As you can see, my cassava right there. The temperature is not all that great. I was covering my cassava, and probably I need to go back and cover the cassava again because it's just the weather out here is fluctuating back and forth. I just turned on the heat to kind of blend with the weather in here. So I have some more cassava right here, and if you want to know how I propagate these cassava, you can see I have cassava in water and cassava in vermiculites and cassava in perlite. So if you want to see how I do this, you can always stay tuned, and it's the same way as how that cassava is in the greenhouse. With cassava, they are rainforest food, so most likely I probably need to keep a plastic around my cassava in the future, but I will see if I need to have a 10 feet trellis bill, not say 10 feet trellis, but something that's 10 feet around there. And then of course I have some more seedlings over here, and I also have tomatoes. There is so much things in my garden. There is more stuff. If I can go all the way, you can see what's in that container over there, but unfortunately I can't see everything because I don't feel like going all the way back there. So I just want to show you guys. However, I will be putting the video up for how I propagate these cassava. They've been in water, and if you notice, I left 2 in water, but then the other 2 is not in water. I think I'm just gonna put this back inside the house and let it stay inside the house until it finishes propagate. because I want to make sure the temperature is right. Also, if you know, over there, my cassava is all the way over there. What I'm going to do later on with my cassava that's in this container, I'm going to just basically bring the cassava closer to the heat and let the heat do its job. Anyway, guys, this is my ubiquitous garden. Actually, my ubiquitous greenhouse, right? And everything is just ubiquitously in here. All right, guys, take care. Oh, okay, so now that darn stupid thing over here wants to go away. I have more seedlings. I'm going to get everything started and cover everything since we are in the spring weather. Last year around this time, I didn't have to cover anything at all. They all blossom, they all grow, and everything was awesome. So this year it's a little bit different. I wanted to start stuff a little bit faster. If you see over there, we have some more strawberries. I have a bigger container and more strawberries to actually put in my greenhouse. And also, let me go get the dome. I think if I get the dome and put over the cassava, that actually will be the best thing. So let me go show you guys my dome. I think that's actually the best thing. Stay inside. All right, so let's go over here. This is a dome, and my dome, I normally use them for my seedlings, and I noticed that my seedlings already started. So let's go get the dome over here. I like to have them all over the place. Now, if you ever buy Christmas stuff and you get these, sometimes the Christmas stuff come in these. So I'm gonna come over here. I noticed that it's cold, but the weather is getting better. The sun is getting better, and I probably need to cover the cassava. So if I have to cover the cassava, I'm just gonna have to come in here. And this side is more warmer. Look at my so this right here. Okay, so these seeds start late, and I need to get these watered. I guess I wasn't paying attention to these one right here. Thanks for the thumbs up. If you look at it, you have some of the seeds that's right here, but then they start getting green, moldy, so I need to spray these right here. These are beets, and yeah, and you can see it's a little bit moldy right there too. So I'm just gonna get some water and spray them to make sure they are okay. Thanks for the thumbs up. Also, if you're here and you're visiting my channel, just don't give me a thumbs up. Also, come toward and look at my video. I noticed that I get thumbs up, but no one come into the live chat. But thanks for the thumbs up. Always appreciated. So the cassava, which is over here, cassava don't need a lot of attention, to be honest. It's just going to grow, and you know, that's it. But over there is a little bit colder. That's why I'm going to take the greenhouse, and I'm going to face the greenhouse towards the sun. Now, if I had someone to help me today, I actually would have already moved the greenhouse. But there's a lot of stuff on the greenhouse, but like I said, I can probably move my greenhouse myself. I actually put the greenhouse by myself, so I probably can actually put the greenhouse over into the corner by myself. However, I'm waiting for some more stuff to come in. This is my Meyer lemon. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'll probably have to cut these off. I don't know, because it's not growing. If someone can tell me what's going on here, because my Meyer lemon is not growing. So the cassava, which is over here, which is a rainforest crop, and I noticed that everything over here in the greenhouse is what I have to do is probably just cover the cassava. And to be honest, cassava gets real frosty. So at nighttime, it has to be covered because, or I can put it in the dome. So at nighttime with the dome, I can just basically place the dome over it. Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and get that taken off. They're growing, they're blossoming. I don't know what that is, however. I have it facing up. And it's pretty much growing because when I first did the propagation, I didn't have this right here. If you look at the bottom of it. This, which one is it? This one? The second one over here. I didn't have that, and that have grown, so it's doing its thing. It don't really need that much to do anything more than what it's doing. I'm seeing mealy bugs in my garden. This is not gonna happen. Mealy bug, you're not coming in my garden. So I hate to see when the garden have these little green things right here. I don't like to see that at all in my garden. But I think with beets, that happens with the beets. But I noticed I have some, these are growing right here, and that's a good thing. 2 different type of seed right there is growing, and that's a good thing. Okay, so the lemongrass is doing also good, and this is the other side. So it is packed in here, guys, and it's gonna be packed in a few more weeks on the outside perimeter. So I'm grateful that I have a garden to basically do. A lot of people don't have this, and I have it, so I'm appreciative of it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna upload the video on how I start my cassava. Now I'm gonna put those cassava under the dome. Where under the dome? That's gonna be the question, because I have to find a place under the dome to actually put the cassava. In the meantime, let me go ahead and get in and let the weather warm up, and then I'm gonna come back out here to do everything. You guys might not gonna able to see the video, but for right now, I love the strawberry, even though I need to pull the strawberry up and put it in a different container. And this right here is American Sorrow, which I love to juice, but it's a little bit bitter. Once you cut it, it comes right back. All these herbs. And this dandelion, really good stuff. And it smells really good. Alrighty. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and get him. It's cold out here.